What is your exit strategy from dentisting? My good friend, who's doing an awesome job building his community, asked a great question. What's your exit strategy? Who can you sell your practice to? When should you start thinking about it? My name is Dr. Paul Goodman, and I work in this world daily. I'm a dental practice owner, purchased multiple practices, a dental practice broker, help dentists make big life decisions while I'm trying to figure them out on my own because it's wacky and wild out there in the world of dentistry. One of the things I like to talk about is what are your options for selling your practice whenever that time comes? What are your options for hanging up the handpiece like a big ceremony? Just hang it up on your way out the door and say, I'm out of here. So who can buy your practice? Let's talk about a practice. Let's talk about a practice called Dentisting and Guac. I think that's a great name for a practice. So you're going to sell your dental practice, Dentisting and Guac. It does $1 million a year, and you profit $350,000. We're not talking about EBITDA. We're really talking about SD, seller discretionary earnings. Learned that from a great podcast, Built to Sell Radio. Great one of my friends had interviewed the founder of that podcast. So think about the earnings that come out of your practice. You pick up your practice, you shake it upside down, $350,000 comes out. So who can buy this practice? You can get a traditional buyer, traditional dentist just like you. You're a solo GP. You own Dentisting and Guac. You want to sell it to another solo GP. That's totally possible. They're going to need bank financing. Traditionally, banks lend about 85% of the practice purchase price. Sometimes they go much higher to 100%. With working capital, they can go over that. So banks, just like dentists, come in all different shapes and sizes that you can sell to a solo GP just like you. What are some of the advantages? You're going to get, most of the time, the quickest exit strategy. So if you want to sell your practice and be done dentisting in like 6 months, that's going to be most of the time your quickest exit strategy. Sell it to another solo GP, maybe a younger version of someone just like you, who's going to get traditional bank financing. What the bank lends for the practice and what the practice is valued at are two totally different things. I recommend you work with awesome advisors along the way, dental-focused accountants, dental-focused attorneys, coaches, financial coaches, people who are going to help you make this big decision. Number two, who can buy your practice? A small group. So my brother and I are a small group. We've purchased other locations, other practices, and we can purchase your practice, and most of the time, we are going to require you to stay for a period of time. Let's call it 1 full year, because we can't clone dentists, so we're going to need your help as we find that next dentist. That may be super attractive to you. Work as part of a team. Make money as an associate. Not hang up the handpiece as quickly. That year goes great. Maybe you stay for another year. So one, we have the solo GP, just like you. We have the small group practice. Then we have a DSO style practice. DSOs also come in all different shapes and sizes, but a DSO style practice most of the time is going to require you stay for 3 years because they are going to need you to keep the practice running how it was, keep up the same level of income, and search for your replacement. I help dentists sell their practices to all different types of buyers. Some sell to a DSO and really like it and stay for years. Some sell to a DSO and don't like it and regret signing that 3-year contract. Highly recommend you look into which DSO, if this is for you, is the right fit for you. Think of them like sports franchises. My goal was to play in the NBA, but I only grew to this size, so I didn't get to play in the NBA. But different sports franchises have different cultures. Doesn't mean they're bad, doesn't mean they're good. It just means, is it a fit for you? With the DSO sale, though, you may sell only 50% of the practice and retain 50% ownership that you can sell later. Sometimes this has tremendous reward, but also some risk. Tremendous reward, also some risk. So the other portion of your practice will be purchased later. So sometimes you will only sell 50%, 80%, 90%, sometimes still 100% like tradition. This is when you really need an awesome team around you. So great topic, your exit strategy. I believe everyone should be ready to sell their practice at any time. Because even though I'm a very positive guy, I also try to make things light and humorous. Life happens. Stuff happens that's unexpected, and I've seen it. I've experienced it in my personal life. Death, disability, a big problem. If you are not ready to sell your practice, if you don't have the documents ready, if you don't have the team in place that you're building now, when there is no acute issue, you're going to annoy some people in your life. You're going to annoy, if you're alive, you're going to annoy yourself for sure. If you're injured and you have to sell your practice under duress, or if something happens to you and your family has to sell your practice under duress, it's going to be not only financially problematic, it's going to be emotionally devastating. So my message to you is get your team in place now. Run like we did in school, those fire drills for selling your practice. Get it valued. Spend money looking at it. Just if I do a full body assessment of my physical fitness, I'm gonna learn something about myself. Maybe I need to do more cardio, maybe I need to do more weights, maybe I need to stop eating as many nachos, probably true. So I encourage you to build your team now, make good decisions now to prepare yourself, aware yourself, and protect yourself.